What we need is a paradigm shift from the linear funnel to a dynamic, self-sustaining flywheel. In this episode, I will walk you through why the flywheel is not just a better metaphor, but a more powerful system to drive compounding growth in your business. Studies show that acquiring a new customer can cost up to 5 times more than retaining an existing one. And yet, the funnel enlarges in your what happens after a customer makes a purchase. It's a one and done system, which is why so many businesses feel like they are constantly running on a hamster wheel. Welcome to Unlike Marketing, the podcast where we challenge traditional marketing approach and uncover strategies that deliver real, sustainable growth. I'm your host, Giuseppe Quarata, business coach, marketing strategist, and founder of the Prestige Evolution System. Today, we are going to deconstruct one of the most pervasive myths in the world of marketing. The idea that your business growth relies on a funnel. We all seen it, right? The triangle graphic with stages like awareness, consideration, and decision. This funnel model is what most markets swear by. But here's the thing. The funnel is outdated, incomplete, and frankly limited. What we need is a paradigm shift from the linear funnel to a dynamic, self-sustaining flywheel. In this episode, I will walk you through why the flywheel is not just a better metaphor, but a more powerful system to drive compounding growth in your business. And again, I don't want to say that the funnel is not, it's wrong, but the difference is this, like funnel is used by rich people, flywheel is used by wealthy people. A lot of people that come to $1 million, they use funnels. People that are looking for become billionaires and trillionaires, they use flywheel. So grab your notebook, your favorite coffee, and let's get into it. Let's begin by dissecting the funnel. At its core, the funnel is simply and linear. You pour leads into the top, guide them through nurturing stage, and eventually a few drip out the bottom as a paying customer. Right? Here's the problem. The funnel ends. Once a customer reaches the bottom, they're out of the system. Your focus shifts back to finding new leads. This creates a growth model that's both expensive and exhausting. Studies show that acquiring a new customer can cost up to 5 times more than retaining an existing one. And yet, the funnel enlarges in your what happens after a customer makes a purchase. It's a one and done system, which is why so many businesses feel like they are constantly running on a hamster wheel. Now, I'm not saying the funnel never worked. It had its place in a simpler pre-digital marketing world, but even today, we can still use the funnel, just the funnel is not the end. Today, customers are more informed, more connected, more skeptical. They expect ongoing value and engagement. If your model does not account for this, you are leaving a lot of growth potential on the table. Here's a question to ponder. How much energy are you losing by only focusing on acquisition? Now, let's flip the narrative and talk about the flywheel. In physics, a flywheel stores rotational energy. The more energy you add, the faster and more powerful it becomes. Unlike the funnel, which loses energy as a prospect drop out, the flywheel builds momentum. In marketing, the flywheel represents a continuous cycle of growth fueled by three key phases. Attract, bring in new customers through value content and targeted outreach. Engage, nurture relationship by providing personalized solution-oriented interaction. Delight, create memorable experience that turn customer into loyal advocates. Here's where the magic happens. Your delighted customer don't just stay. They become your best marketers. They become your loyal marketers. They refer friends, leave glowing reviews, and share their experience on social media. Every new customer they bring in adds more energy to your flywheel, creating a cycle of compounding growth. This shift from a transactional mindset to a relational one is what sets thriving business apart. I've seen this flywheel concept play out in real business. Take a company that was struggling to grow in customer base. They were stuck in the funnel mindset, investing heavily in ads to constantly refill the top of the funnel. Leads came in, but many dropped off before converting, and even those who converted rarely return. We flipped the script. Instead of focusing solely on new customer acquisition, we shift the efforts to providing the post-purchase experience. We implement the system to engage with customer after initial purchase, personalized follow-ups, exclusive access to content, and incentives that incentivize referral program. Over time, those happy customers began bringing in new leads organically. The company didn't have to rely as heavily on pay ads. Their growth became sustainable and the marketing costs dropped significantly. Doesn't mean we stopped using ads. We still use ads, just we don't rely only on that. We don't rely only on this paid version. And I know a lot of people use $1,000 dollars a day on ads, and that's not wrong. If that's the way you want to go, go for it at the beginning. And in the end, like in the beginning, you have to choose one way, become really good at that. But as you grow, you want to make sure that you're not the only one trying to get your client, but you can trust your own client to bring you more client, and that's normally done by nurturing that people, by create a relationship with that people. Even more in the coaching business, as where I am, like a relationship is the most important part for a coach. I normally start a lot of my clients with smaller package, and then I build a relationship. I show them value, and that's where I normally upgrade them to bigger pages. That's to show you that my best clients are not the one just coming in cold. Are actually people that I nurtured them. That's are people that they stay 2 3 years with me, and they don't leave. This is the flywheel in action. By building momentum to custom delight, you are not just growing; you're growing smart. Now, let's break down the fundamentals advantage of the flywheel over the funnel. The first thing is custom retention as a growth driver. Retention is often overlooked in a traditional marketing strategies, but it's the key to long-term profitability. According to research, increasing customer retention by just 5% can boost profits by 25% to 95%. The second one is word of mouth amplification. Delighted customer naturally promote your brand. In a world where consumer trust peer recommendation over ads, that is invaluable. Every positive review or referral adds energy to your flywheel, reducing your dependency on expensive acquisition channel. There is nothing stronger than word of mouth. Doesn't matter where age we are in, word of mouth is gonna always beat any other system, mostly for how much it costs, because it costs nothing. It only costs you be yourself and treat people as people, keep your promises, be nice to, not nice, but like be kind to people. That's what really all it takes to have a word of mouth amplification. And reviews is just like a digital word of mouth. Like having people leave reviews is just a way for you to go on the digital space now. And people by see website, they can also see how other people speak about you. That's the best way to convince people. There is, yes, 100% we can make like super great hooks. There's all this thing how to create ads. There is the hook, there is the body, call to action. 100% they're great. Nothing is greater than reviews. Like literally, if you have a ton of reviews, you can just like use reviews for your ads. Even that is gonna produce 100% more results. Obviously, you need to have a call to action, but what other people says about you, it's more important what are you gonna say, even if it's really cool way you say it, it's the right marketing way or sales way. Review is always gonna win. Then like build that up, have people speak about you, and people bring new people to your place, to your business, your client. And then sometimes you can also use affiliate program for your customer, where if they bring more people, you can incentivize that through like compensation. Then the third reason why flywheel outperforms the funnel is lower customer acquisition cost. With the flywheel, your existing customer become your marketers, which reduce your CAC or customer acquisition cost over time. This frees up resources to invest in other areas like product development or expanding your reach. And again, you can still put this in your ads. You can still use ads. I'm not saying don't do that, but that's kind of like you can leave if you have a good system, loyalty system. You can pretty much leave without ads and making still millions of dollars. In fact, there is I remember I was listening to a podcast from Myron Golden, and he actually was saying that like for years he never used ads, and he was still making millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. And as I say, yeah, was not billionaire, but at the same time, also he had not much of like expenses because of not at least marketing expenses. Thinking about like how much ads can take from you, and he all he did he built organically. People that know him, they were bringing other people. Like he was creating value on internet that people were connected with and stuff like that. That's he was still like he was still making tens of millions. And then the last one, why the flywheel from the funnel is continuous improvement. The flywheel modem encourages you to custom refine your process. Each interaction, whether it's a marketing campaign or a customer service touchpoint, feeds back into the system, improving overall efficiency and effectiveness. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I transition from a funnel to a flywheel? Let's talk strategy. Here are three actionable steps to get started. First, map your customer journey. Start by identifying every touch point a customer has with your brand, from initial contact to post-purchase engagement. Look for opportunities to create moment of delight. Those experiences that exceed expectation and leave a lasting impression. Second point, empower your team. The flywheel isn't just a marketing tool, it's a company wide philosophy. Align your marketing, sales, and customer service teams around a shared goal, delivering exceptional customer experience. Every team member plays a role in keeping the flywheel spinning. And lastly, leverage technology. Use automation and data analysis to personalize your customer interaction at scale. Whether it's through target email campaigns, loyalty programs, or personalized product recommendation, technology can help you create seamless, delightful experience. All of these are important, and I really find the second one really important because when I go in businesses, I notice that many times marketing, sales, customer service, they are separated. They work almost like they are not one, but the idea of the flywheel is that everything is interconnected to each other, means that these teams that should not work separated. They should all work together, even with finances. In business, a real business, normally you have every team working together to reach the same goal. If you don't have that and everyone works in a separate direction, it's not gonna succeed. Or even if it's gonna succeed, it's not gonna reach the top of the performance. I really find important the first things I do in the business when they're bigger and they have different teams to connect them together. I push the owner to help me connect with everyone in a way that I can connect them together, because that's is where we can find really solution that we never thought about, that would take maybe like just 30 minutes meeting and could bring millions of dollars inside the business. But just because there is no communication, there is no interaction between team, many times this solution are overlooked, and then we have money sitting on the side that we could have easy bring inside the business. Adopting the flywheel isn't just about implementing new tactics; it is about shifting your mindset. And that's the flywheel reminds us that customers are more than just transactions; they are partners in your growth journey. And Ecclesiastic 4:9 says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor." In business, this is in a sense of it's the sense of the flywheel. Collaborating with your customers to achieve greater returns together is gonna bring more return for your labor. To wrap up, remember this: the funnel might get you started, but it's a flywheel that keeps you going. It's a system built on trust, value, and continuous improvement. You start with the funnel, and it's totally fine. You have in the beginning, you have to learn how to get the first client, and totally fine. That's the first things. But then, like as you move, you you need to transform that funnel in a flywheel, and that's one thing that some other people they don't call flywheel, they call specific marketing funnel, because It's a bit different than just really a funnel, but they use the word marketing funnel to specify that it's actually not a non funnel. But I like the flywheel because also give me a good picture of what that's mean. But when you're starting, it's totally fine. You start with a funnel. That's where it brings you first sales. But then you have to start to think. As soon you see this first sale, now you have to start to think like how I can make these people buy again. I have too many companies, too many clients that I noticed that, for example, even a simple email, they have email list of 2,000, 3,000 people just sitting there and not be nurtured, not be used. And I'm like, why not? And that's where the flywheel comes on. We need to nurture that people. That person after he made a purchase need to be nurtured right away. Need to be treated nice. And normally in the service industry, that's happened more often because as soon they buy, obviously you have to connect with them because it starts your service where inside the often inside the product companies where I see this lacking, like when people make a purchase, that's where their journey ends until they come back because they come back organically because they like your product. The idea is like we get with the idea that our product is the best. There's nothing else in the world, then like as they're always coming back because they know our product is the best. Yes and no. It's true there are a lot of people coming back for that, but why we cannot bring them back faster? Things. And then actually there are people that don't come back. They might finish the product and that's it. They're not buying it. They're not gonna buy it again because they maybe have a friend that do start the same product, but then the friend is treating them better, even if your product tastes better. And it's really important nurturing. And working with food and beverage, I noticed that that's something that's lost, but it's not seen. Even if you look at big businesses like Starbucks or like Coca Cola or, for example, Cookie Crumble. These are some example of food and beverages that there are billions of dollars. And if you notice, there is an experience. There is a loyalty program. There is email notification on your phone. I actually Starbucks just changed the way operates with coupon. I don't know that how it's gonna change. I think like it was a mistakes. Uh, to change the way they coupon because they used to give like every week to have like buy one like get two drinks pay half or like get pay $10 get another drink for free. This type of things they took away. Now they're like you just need to buy. They're just trying to promote like how good they are. I don't know how that's gonna play. We're gonna see in the next month how it's gonna do because if they're going back to the other type of promotions, it means that they noticed that was not really the right. And then also think about people, like you have to think if you want to bring families. A lot of time promotion like buy one get one free in drinks or food and everything can help because like at the end of the day they have one bank account most of the time, and then like they might not be able to afford two drinks that cost like $8 7. But like if you do buy one get one free, you now bring both of them, you make both happy. If you don't, then they might go to somewhere else that where it's cheaper or where they offer that type. If today's episode inspire you and to rethink your marketing strategy, I would love to hear about it. Share your thoughts on social media and tag me or tag Quarata Consulting. Don't forget to subscribe to Unlike Marketing on YouTube and leave a review, leave a comment below. It helps us reach more listeners like you. Thank you for turning in, and until next time, keep spinning that flywheel.